as their guys get set to match up with the New York Giants.
Kicker Graham Gano set to put his foot into this one. And we are underway from FedEx Field.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson.
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Here's a give to Gibson.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
On 1st and 10, Love.
Throw right side, taken in by Gibson.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
They'll try the left side with Gibson.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. To pass, here's Jordan Love.
He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete.
No gain on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did.
Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out.
And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Running the ball can be a struggle in this part of the field. In fact, it's a perfect spot for defenders to pin their ears back and try and work upfield, and they capture him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's a throw out wide to Anderson. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And just like that, it's 3rd down. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or two shy of midfield. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. Gibson here running out of the gun. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Love now. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson, and he'll get it down here to the 43. Here's Love. And this is going to be incomplete. So pass interference to call. That's going to set him up with a 1st down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead, he definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The officials letting the players know how the game's going to be called here in the 1st quarter.
They go bootleg. Love. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. These two teams getting a couple of late season tilts this year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in week 12. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. We're scoreless after 1. Play fake. Mayfield. And this one caught by Max Williams. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. Touchdown, Giants! Darius Slayton, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
Extra point try, good by Gano. And that makes the score 7-0. Touchdown here to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Love looking to throw it. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Giants are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. A handoff, Barkley running left. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here, 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Barkley, pushing through to contact. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put them in a spot where we say to ourselves, well, an MVP carries his team to the playoffs. That's what he's going to need in order to get that award.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big connection on that one. 33 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
First down, Love to pass. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation. Let him sneak his way across. Coming back underneath. Put it in his hands. Let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run. Now Love. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury.
And the Giants force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw complete there to Beckham.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Mayfield knocks this forward. It's a jet sweep. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. It got his man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Odell Beckham with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Gano the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say that great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in it.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Giants are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Close there. He caught it, just wasn't able to stay in bounds.
And that's where the sideline, it was used as a 12th defender. You know, 11's legal. This one is an imaginary one that my college coach used to call Sammy Sideline. Sammy Sideline can protect you at times, and in this case, that's exactly what he did for the defenders.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage, so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years, our team seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot down.
Touchdown! It's complete. Darius Slayton with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 21-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Julian Love. And they're going to have a 1st down and also well into field goal range all the way down to the 15 here. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Mayfield on play action. Rolling to his right. He completes it to Beckham. And the Giants are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Mayfield. Open man, he's got him. It's Tony for a Giant touchdown. Kadarius Toney in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants will extend their lead here just before halftime. Gano for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Fair catch called for and collected right at the 10-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And we'll see how aggressive they want to be in these final stages before the half. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Final play of the half. Love slings this deep from McLaurin. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Well, these 2 teams met at MetLife Stadium earlier this year with the Giants winning that one. So they're looking for another win here in Washington to take the season sweep. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Right here.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
This is really impressive because when the offenses are running RPOs, things move very quickly. Fake, ball's out of his hands, and they're trying to hit him in the gaps downfield. And instead, the defense...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Four yards remain for second down.
Check curls. Check 93's the mic. 93's the mic. Three buzz. Check 93's the mic. 93's the mic. Watch the ball.
To throw now. Here's Love. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
On first down, Gibson. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield.
Bradley Chubb there on the tackle.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
It's going to be a long day. 44, Mike, 44. 44's the mic, 44's mic. Check. Tighten up. Pull together.
On 2nd and 9, Love eluding the pressure right, and he'll just get rid of it.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Here we go. Hey, Red. 44, Mike, 44. Watch the screen. 44's the mic.
On 3rd down, Love. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. And he is finally out of bounds, just shy of the 5, all the way down at the 6. A huge play there for Washington. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
They'll run with Gibson.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Play action this time with Love. He'll buy some time right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Another shot to at least get on the board here. This is 3rd and goal.
On the handoff, it's Edmonds. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Chase Edmonds, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And Washington able to close the gap just a bit.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here's Mayfield. That ball caught by Slayton. The 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, 77 yards. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Bradley Chubb has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Love. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Slings this deep for McLaurin. And now here is another interception. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Mayfield down. Being chased out left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Deron Payne. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Now Anderson running right. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another 1st down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. Running for the first time with a fullback, C.J. Ham. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down.
Now Mayfield lost the football, and it's Washington that scoops it up. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. Yeah, so hold the phone here, Charles. I've kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, it's certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead now down to 20. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. Flush to his right, and he's left with no option here but to throw it away. We're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And this will be a Giants first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Catch made by Slayton. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Second down and 12 at the 19-yard line. A give to Anderson here out of the gun. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Again, Anderson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. And this has no chance. It's no good. Well wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Glove. Flushed out right. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. On play action. Love to throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Azeez Ojulari in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. To try again after the sack. Love. And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off near his own 48. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his
pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield.
It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
2nd and 21, a lot of ground to cover.
They'll try and wind down some clock here with Anderson. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow.
Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Love. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Love, they go play action now. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Desperation time here. Love on 4th down.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Giants are going to take over in great field position.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the officials saw as this play will stand as is.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants.